Hi, everybody. Okay, two things I gotta do before I start here. I gotta make a disclaimer and explain something, and then I gotta say spoiler alert in case you haven't seen it, so I don't spoil it for anybody, okay? Let it be known spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, okay? Alright, so Uh, the reason why I didn't make a video yesterday wasn't because I didn't watch the show. It was because it was one of those episodes I wish I hadn't seen because I felt like a fly on the wall in someone's bedroom or something. And I felt like I was seeing things and hearing things I shouldn't have seen. And I'm not talking about the things with Finn and Steffi. That was kind of odd. But it's just the whole thing. I was like, should I be seeing this or should I be hearing this at all? This just sounds wrong. Okay, whoa. So that was yesterday. That's why, because, okay, when I watch it, I said, whoa. Oh, okay. No, 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 no. I can't do a video on this. What am I going to say? Then I said, okay, let me back away from the situation and maybe think about something I could say. And all I came up was, no, 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 no. So that's why no video yesterday. Okay, today. Today made up for yesterday. Boy, howdy. Um, okay, so the reason why I said spoiler alert 5 times, because I'm going to spoil this, but I have to because if I don't, it doesn't make sense. Okay, all right. So we have two new characters here. Um, Deuce, which was the airplane pilot when they went to the location. And remember the time when Steffi couldn't get on the airplane? Tom Arnold. Okay, he's back. Apparently they're gonna give him a full-fledged role, and it sounds really good and great. All right. However, he's gonna be the new comic relief, I'm afraid, and that's great. But I miss the old Charlie. I love Charlie. Okay. The reason I say he's gonna be comic relief is because he introduced another new character, April. Now I talked about April when I read that she was going to be a new character, a lab technician. And I said, when that came out, I said, why do they need a lab technician? Now, I supposed wrong that they would need a lab technician because if they were going to do another paternity test, they want to make sure they got it right. I was wrong, okay? Sorry. All right. But she is a new technician. And she is going to be used, and she was used today only slightly because apparently she gives all the results to the doctors before they give them to the patients. Okay? So Deuce came in for a physical, and he was convinced that something was wrong. He was, you can tell me, I can take it, tell me the bad news, tell me what it is. And then she says, I can't tell you because I gotta give the results to the doctor before they can tell you. So I'm like, okay. So he didn't know there were two Dr. Finnegans either. There's Lee Finnegan, Finn's adopted mother, and Finn Finnegan, which is kind of redundant. But anyway, moving on. Okay. All right. So a little bit of yesterday was cool because it focused on the three Logan women, which are Catherine Kelly Lang Brooke and Jennifer Garris as Donna, and of course Heather Tom as Katie Logan. Logan, you know, Spencer because of Bill Spencer because they were married for a time. Okay, and I gotta put this in here when the other two women were talking about, well, the possibility of another romance with Bill. Katie says, well, we'll see about that. Like, not definite or anything. So I like that. I like it. And also, there was a joke about from John McCook as Eric to Taylor. Rebecca Budig said, I'd like to see you stick around, but I don't like to ask, and I don't want to, what is it? I don't want to tempt fate or something like that. That was really funny because, and it's funny if you know the history of the character of Taylor, because one of my favorite phrases now, back in the day, Taylor was huge. And then there was that whole thing with Taylor. I'm not going to go into it, but then they recast. And then they recasted it with Krista Allen. Then they let her go. And so everybody was talking about whether or not Taylor was going to come back or not, or what was going to happen, or all that stuff. You know, so, yeah. Okay, now, today. So, April finally gives the results to Dr. Finn about Tom Arnold's character, and so he says, give it to me straight, all that stuff. And he says, you're in perfectly good health. Everything is fine. And he says, the last line, okay, great. I'm going to have a slice of cheesecake. Okay, so, all right, that storyline done. Okay, now we get to the cliffhanger of all cliffhangers, and hold on to something. According to Taylor herself, because Lee is talking to Taylor at this point and saying, how have you been? How are you doing? Whatever. And ultimately, why are you here? Taylor says, and I kid you not, I'm dying. Okay, when I heard those 3 words, or 2 words, my jaw was on the floor, and I said nothing. And then I said, what? And then I said, you have to be kidding me. And then I just went back to what? Because I was in such shock that, wow, I can't believe they're going to do this. Number one, I don't know how I feel about this yet. Number two, I can't even, you see me, I can't even form words. I'm like, I can't understand it. I don't know why they would do this. And then I was thinking on the brighter side, maybe this is a tease. Okay, I know it sounds really weird. Okay, but maybe it's a tease. And maybe they're just saying that to get people to go, oh my God, what? But then I'm like, that's weird for a tease. It doesn't make any sense. And unless they plan on giving her a miracle cure or something, what are they going to do? But then I thought about long term. Okay, well, how has the character of Taylor been? Well received, and then not so well received, and just kind of perplexing, honestly, because, okay, I'll put it out there. I'm going to say this because I feel like everybody else is feeling the same way I am, only I'm going to vocalize it. Okay? You took a character, bold writers, and whoever else. You took a character that was hugely popular. Then you recasted her. But then you did nothing with the other recast. Nothing. You made her the mother and the grandmother but the person who did nothing. She'd sit there in scenes and say nothing and do nothing. And then you let the girl go And then you put this one in there, and I like Rebecca Budig. I do. But I said before in another video a while ago when I heard this, I said, number one, I don't know if it's true. Number two, I hope they don't do what they did with Krista Allen with Rebecca Budig. I hope they don't. Because if you're going to have somebody who you say is going to play it, but then you don't use them, what's the point? So that's where I sit. That's where I sit with this. And that's where I've sat with this for months now. So I'm just confused. I'm in shock slightly. And I don't know. I don't know. So bold surprise me or something. Give me something to believe in, sink my teeth into, whatever you want. Just do something, please. All right. Yeah, that's it. That about covers it. I'm sorry if I got a little angry there, but I've been holding that in for months. Okay, because I've been on the roller coaster with the rest of you guys, and it is a roller coaster ride. And yes, I can take it, but I don't like it to see underused characters or actors or actresses for that matter. So, all right, bye guys.